What's happening to Malcolm Brogdon, Celtics sixth man of the year, as we're in the Eastern Conference Finals? There are reports of a partial tear in the tendon. Let's dissect this. This is Dr. David Chow, Sports Injury Central. On our panel, we have the former Chicago Bulls head team physician featured on The Last Dance. I've worked in the NBA some, a little bit with the Bulls, some with the Timberwolves. The bottom line is injury analysis here. What does it mean? A report came out through The Athletic that he has a partial tear in the tendon running from his right elbow to the forearm. Right elbow to the forearm. This is clearly a lay source, non-medical source. Technically, there is no tendon that runs from the elbow into the forearm directly. That would be called a ligament if that were the case. If we dissect video, it's not that helpful. It apparently happened in the first quarter or early game one blockout. Malcolm Brogdon on Kevin Love. Didn't see too much on the video, but his scoring and shooting have been down significantly for the NBA Sixth Man of the Year. But as we investigate further and look, if you see in this picture here, the sleeve on his arm is really from the elbow down close to the wrist. So it would indicate it's likely a tendon in the forearm. There are lots of tendons in the forearm, but it doesn't go from the forearm to the elbow joint. There's a muscle in between that tendon. So it's likely some sort of tendon strain, and the description was just a little bit off being from a lay person. What does that mean? It means that he's going to have to deal with it and play through it during the Eastern Conference Finals. It clearly has affected his shooting. And even if the Celtics can be lucky enough to make it to the NBA Finals, it's unlikely to be 100%. I see online on Twitter some crazy stuff. Oh, do stem cells, do PRP, do this stuff. That doesn't work that quickly. There's no study in the world that would indicate that stem cells overnight would work. In fact, stem cells in the U.S. are illegal unless they're harvested from your own body. And you can't harvest stem cells from a player and send them back out onto the basketball court. There's recovery time, whether the stem cells are from bone or the stem cells are from subcutaneous fat. The bottom line is this is going to be a rest, rehab, medication, conservative care issue. It is possible for Brogdon to play through, but seems to affect him more, especially on three-point shooting. It'll be an interesting decision to see how the Celtics play him. There's a key fifth game coming up. And then, no team has ever come back from 3-0. The Celtics are trying to do that. They won on the road in Miami. If they can hold serve in Game 5, Game 6 might be interesting. Of course, Gabe Vincent is out with his ankle for Game 5, and the Heat have their own issues at the guard positions. The good news, Malcolm Brogdon, no surgery, can continue to play. The bad news, he's not going to miraculously turn the corner anytime soon, but he will get better with rest and unlikely to need surgery. This is Dr. David Chow. Go to Sports Injury Central for all the latest, sicscore.com.